Mr. Dodders!
Hello! We said we'd have a special guest. If you watched our How I Met Your Mother video, then you know we have a special guest. By the way, I'm Paul Dalton.
I'm Tom Quayle.
And this is Ashley Dodd.
And I have no idea what I'm doing here.
No, but this is the guy who is going to be playing Pete in the upcoming smash hit web series, Third Degree. Finally, we've got you on camera. This isn't the first time we've done anything recorded with you. Obviously, we've mentioned the podcast.
The cackling hyena!
Yeah, you're our Frank Fronte on our
Sat in the corner and laughed.
Yeah.
Kind of laughing in the background on one episode and then joining in on the topicless episode, which was one of my favourite ones.
Yeah.
It was just so much fun because we had no no topic what we were going to talk about.
No plan.
Exactly.
When do we ever?
It was just three guys, one sofa, no plan.
Speaking of, well, there was sort of a plan for this episode. You may have noticed we're actually drinking cider this time. There was a plan to drink the beer of pimps or something similar.
Yeah,
but don't be here!
You can't bring it in, you can't show it because it's not going to come across.
Put them in the fecking freezer a week ago!
Yeah, we have bitter pops. Yeah, I was going into the workings that alcohol doesn't freeze. That works more
It's
with...
4% alcohol!
Yes, it works more with vodka, I'm aware now. It's a mistake I won't be making in the future. I shouldn't be saying because I'm not too sure.
You're going to do it again.
I wonder if he can stick his tongue to it.
Oh,
No! Aww.
Really? So yes, so much like the topicless episode of iPod Ucast, the Bananacast works in pretty much the exact same way. We sit down, we start recording, filming in this instance, and talk about whatever's on our mind. Firstly, welcome back to the country.
I'm glad to be back. Thank you. Thank you for shipping me here. That crate was kind of compact though. Next time, get something bigger with less cause. Whatever the white fluffy things.
Just be thankful you got air holes, alright?
Oh,
Yeah,
by the way, thank you for the complimentary vodka that was in there.
You know, you had Paul staring at you go first and drink it.
The packing
I didn't find it. It's like,
no.
We made it again! You're already over the Isle of Man by the time you found that.
Yeah, alcohol makes you hungry, you know. You have the peanuts at the bar, we've got the packing peanuts in the crate.
And now you know where all that packing went.
I want you to push the backstring and try to drag that crate back across the sea on a rope for 4.5 days.
Sorry.
So yes, you have been living in Ireland for the past 3 years now, is it?
Thereabouts, yeah.
Give or take, yeah. So now you're back. The horrible job market in England, slightly more appealing than the atrocious job market in Ireland.
Or to be exact, in a field in the middle of Ireland, miles from anywhere.
Yeah. It's hard to tell where I'd rather be. I mean, to be honest, there are more pubs, there are people here. Also, in Ireland, there's the fresh breeze, the clean air, and...
We've got that on Walney.
Yes, but they have seagulls there.
Yeah, you can burn things over there, it's great. Well, singing songs about kids.
Yeah, you can burn things over there like the seagulls.
Yeah.
In Northern Ireland, you can set fire into an entire mountain range and get away with it.
Yeah,
because nobody sees it.
You see the fire...
And you end up as an extra on Game of Thrones.
Yeah, you set fire to an entire mountain range in Ireland, it brings the tourists in to take pictures. Their economy's knackered, they need it.
Oh, it just reminds me of when me, it wasn't you, was it? It was Rob. We went over to Wally, we were having our barbecue.
Oh, no, Power Rangers.
But when we started smoking out with the Isle of Man, with our barbecue, there's this toxic smoke going on. I was going to the Isle of Man going from Wally.
Yeah.
Just kind of, we can't see land anymore. It's gone in a toxic haze. So yeah.
What were you burning?
It's some canister of some description.
Anything you could find that had been washed up by the sea, you know, sort of like old prams, bits of wood, dead bodies.
Yeah.
That explains it.
Yeah, it was like a canister with asbestos in it. And
Euros that the Irish
two of you are still
away.
alive. I'm somewhat surprised.
Yeah, have you seen our mental state? Because I haven't. I'm trying to find it.
I think it's downstairs in the bin.
I
found something lying in the corner. I just thought I might throw it out for you. They seem to be cluttering up the place.
Exactly. I've got no use for it. I'm quite bonkers, but all the best people are. I just realised I quoted the fucking Tim Burton Alice in Wonderland. Oh no. Doug Walker is going to rip my head off. So we showed you the script of Third Degree because obviously we had you in mind when we wrote the part, and we thought we want to get Dodders for this, but you know you need to see. We can't just assume you're going to be in. So now you've read it. What do you think? Without giving plot points away.
I think it's going to be a blast.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be fun to make.
Well, comedy for three still comedy.
Yeah.
It's getting, the number's getting bigger.
There's going to be a lot of retakes because I'm just going to piss myself.
Oh yeah, we're counting on it. The blooper reel bonus disc for the DVD is going to be
longer
a
than the actual-
longer running time.
Oh God.
There's certain bits in different episodes that I haven't shown you yet. That we know if we need to do retakes, we can tell a different punchline because it's just going to be one of those. That wasn't as funny as I thought it was going to be. You know, they do it all the time on TV shows online anyway.
It's like
even just to keep us.
Improvise as we go along.
Yeah,
Yes.
but yeah, kind of. Yeah, it was basically the joke's the same, but it's just a different way of phrasing it, and it keeps us on our toes. It's gonna be an ongoing competition. Who's gonna break the other one?
Yeah.
You know,
It's a game
he usually breaks me, but I've got lucky a few times.
Yeah.
When I get a zinger, it's a proper zinger.
Yeah. But usually I'll drop them in the most random place possible.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, we're not going to be sort of, semi-professional about this whole thing. You know, we're going to record the episode, but if we get the giggles, we're going to go with it. We're going to have fun. We're not going to be all right, quiet. Yeah, no, it's going to be. It's definitely going to be fun.
Right, we have this place for an hour and a half. We can spend 40 minutes of that pissing ourselves.
We get what needs to be done. You know?
No matter how long it takes.
Yeah, we went for an hour and a half. If it takes an hour and 15 minutes, fantastic. Then we can just dick around for 15 minutes. Yeah, because we're working with limited materials, as you can tell, as they can tell as well. So
Yes.
it won't even be necessarily retakes, just reshoot. You know, so we'd like you and Tom talking to each other, filmed a camera angle, then do the exact same scene, but just film from a different angle to get your reaction shots.
Just
you know, that kind
one
of
question.
thing. Yes.
Who's carrying the camera?
We're gonna have we're getting it's tripods and
Okay.
and
We've got a couple of people.
Will you stop wanking?
it depends on the scene, to be honest, because there's
That's for a compliment.
there's not that many scenes that have all four of us in. You know, because I mean that opening scene from episode 1 is just the two of you, so I could be holding the camera. Then the next scene is you and me. He could be holding the camera. Then there's a scene later on where it is the three of us, and that could just be tripod or just on a table somewhere. You know, so we've thought about this. We've put some effort into this. This isn't like now for something completely random, which is basically an excuse to get drunk in Portsmouth. You know,
Wow.
this is something we've actually put thought and creative effort in. Yeah.
Speaking of that, though, however, Vicky is somewhat closer now. If you want an extra.
Vicky. Scuba diver.
Yes.
Frogman.
Frogman?
Frogman with tits. Yeah, that one.
Fair enough. It's okay. She's not going to see this.
You're
Sorry!
Or maybe I'll just show her.
a class act, Pally. So yeah, so you like the script? It's going to be
Yeah, it's going to be
fun
good.
do. You're glad we thought of you for it? Because I mean, you're not
You didn't just think of me. You just copied me down onto paper.
pretty much, yeah. And we changed the names, you know, because basically we didn't have names to begin with. We thought, what if Don was a character? 'Cause, you know, but I have to explain the Canadian thing. So Don became a character. We thought of the name Pete, and we had Sarah, and the other character.
And I suppose it's too late to change the name.
Well, we can work on that. Yeah, it's not set in stone.
Yeah,
It's
I put this way, Adam was my wrestling gimmick.
Yeah, he was called Tom for the longest time. Then you mentioned, why am I the only one that hasn't got a character name? It's going to be weird, you know. Don by Paul Dalton as Don, you know.
Tom as himself.
Yeah, Tom Quayle as Tom, you know. So it's pretty Adam, and of course your wrestling name Adam Rush. So we said, yeah, why not? We'll make it
Say
Adam.
what? Adam Rush.
Yeah, he's Adam Adrenaline Rush. You know, you got like Bret Hitman Hart and all that stuff. And, hey,
Whatever floats your boat.
it's like, well, Paul Dalton, because it's obviously not my real name.
Yeah.
It's a stage name, but I had the idea of being X-rated was going to be a nickname for wrestling. It was going to be X-rated Paul Dalton, and I just never got around to using Paul Dalton. But it sounds good because Smurthwaite just sounds odd on camera and whatever. Which is why, you know,
Yes.
on the podcast I just went by the name of Smurf.
Yeah.
You know, it's me Smurf, me Tom, me Dodders, or you know, me Ann, all that kind of stuff.
And occasionally our guest star Eggy Bread.
Yeah. So
I seem to have missed that bit.
yeah.
Yeah, when someone had been cooking in the kitchen, he fell over it coming back into the studio.
Yeah, that was another drunken one that didn't record. That was unfortunate. So, thanks, Brian. File not found.
Hang on a second.
Reboot. Right.
Answer.
Oh no, I don't have to think what he's gonna do.
Right. Paul. this person's brain is unavailable. Please try later.
It was worth the build-up, alright, I'll give you that, it was worth it.
That happens a lot. It used to happen a lot with iPod Ucast. You just sit there and look at me as if to say,
Where
are
you
you
going
going
with
with
this?
this? And then it's
Yeah, trust him.
That happened a lot at college.
Yeah, I was going to mention that's where I was going, because I met you, and then I left college, and you two met each other. I didn't meet you until years after.
Physics. Charge with a banana monkey!
yes.
What?
Wait, that was Jono's nickname in physics.
What was it?
Charged ruler bandana monkey.
We were playing the random word game because we were bored.
I went first.
There was him, me, Jono, and the lecturer Jill
Right.
playing the random word.
Think of a random word.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Jono goes charge, and I just went ruler,
Bandana!
Jill just went monkey. That's him. Jono sat there wearing Jake-style bandana. Is the best way to describe it to you.
Okay.
And how can we forget John?
Crazy John. Yeah. Because put it this way, he couldn't work a question out, and he'd basically tear half his hair out and then get up and sort of like have an argument with a piece of paper. It was hilarious.
It's not like someone I work with.
And then of course we had the bickering couple at the back of the room who we actually wrote a marriage certificate for.
Yeah, you tell me that story.
Oh, how they smiled.
And we seem to have we had a unenviable skill of being able to fuck up the simplest experiments. You give us a plastic cup.
No.
You give us a styrofoam cup and the thermometer, we can get the floor wet. Because we fill this cup up with water, then we're going to get the start temperature as a datum, right? He gets hold of this digital thermometer, which has a spike on the end, and drops it straight through the bottom of the cup.
Jill!
Then just stands there, turns around and goes, Jill,
There's water pouring.
dripping off the end of the thermometer, Jill. Me and John were on the floor at this point.
It was the cup that got everyone because it's just this puddle that was growing out of the bottom. Jill, the water's disappearing. Oh, there it is.
Put it over the seat, you idiot!
Crap.
He turned around and said, right, start again. Came back with a fucking China mug. He said, is that really a good idea, Jill? Trusty knows me, Trusty knows me.
He'll turn around with just a handle.
Jill! Maybe I should tell you about the time in chemistry that I almost set the college on fire.
Oh, please do. Stories of acid are always good.
We were doing coursework of energy released when you burn certain chemical fuels.
Endothermic reaction.
Oh, like when you set lights to a
Too
fast.
much stuff and... Help!
Smoke everywhere.
Well, not just the smoke, it was just all flares.
Oh, God almighty.
Like, wet towel, wet towel!
Bucket!
Bucket of water!
Yeah.
Shit!
Yeah,
Where's
and,
the plastic cup with a thermometer when you need it?
and that's coincidentally how me and Nick managed to light the Super Sig.
Oh yeah, the Super Sig. Do you want to explain what the
Using
Super
my expertise in fucking up burning stuff.
The Super Sig was, someone had left most of a 25-gram pouch of baccy on the table. So rather than leaving it there at the end of the day so we could work out whose it was and give it a minute back, it was, right, how many papers we've got. And we rolled the entire packet of baccy into a rollie this long.
Wow.
And the end was that fat. And we're just walking around, passing it round the smoking area. So you can take the biggest
So
talk
could you
out.
actually suck it?
Yeah!
If it's like a horse
It's a bit
pipe.
effort though.
Yeah, because Nick had gone up to the dinner lady and said, you got any corrugated cardboard? And we rolled up a piece of corrugated cardboard roll about that big in the end of it. Made a filter out of corrugated cardboard, stuck it in the end of it.
You roached it!
We roached the fucking...
And now everybody who went to college now knows why the underside of the bus stop was yellow and green.
Just vomit. But it took 4 lighters to get the thing going properly.
I'm not surprised.
Nick went green. And Nick's like, fucking hell, you have a go. It went round, put it this way, we went out there, because me and Nick had a double free period. We always did.
Yeah.
So of course we rolled...
You weren't meant to, it wasn't on your timetable, but you couldn't be asked.
We just couldn't be bothered. We were either in the bay or so we were doing stupid shit around the college.
Usually stupid shit around the college.
Hence why most of our experiment fuck-ups were in the afternoon in physics, because I've been in the bay horse all day. So of course we made this massive roll, we get finished towards like the top of the hour, so we go out at changeover. This Rolly is still going round the smoking area at the next lesson changeover.
It took over an hour.
It took about an hour and 25 minutes to smoke it, and about 40 people. So like, have another gun, oh fuck it, I've had enough.
Some people are 20 a day. This cigarette was a 1 or 20.
Yeah. Imagine getting a box of them. One cigarette serves 20. Huh?
Imagine trying to get that through duty free.
What, just sell tape a handle to it or something?
So you see those big boxes like Marlboro or whatever, the really long boxes. It's one of those for a cigarette. It's not 20 packs in it. Oh, good.
You just beat the Americans at their own game at making things bigger.
Yeah, we like it bigger. So I'm trying to place where we first met, because obviously I met you at college.
Peacock.
It was in the Peacock, when I dragged you down the Peacock.
Yeah, because we lost
I
track
dragged
for
me
ages.
from literally around the corner. Oh
Yeah.
no, I was over Wally at that time.
We lost track for a couple of years when I left college, and we just randomly met at like metal night.
No, on a bus. You were training for Stagecoach and I got on the bus.
Hey!
Was it on that bus? Did I see you on the bus a couple of weeks after that?
No, we met on the bus and you invited me down to Metal Express
That's
that
right,
night.
yeah. That's right, yeah. Yeah, I was driving the bus and I was like, Smurf? Holy shit, Tom.
Yeah.
I'd love to chat to you, but my fucking mentor's back there. I'll chat to you when you're getting off, alright? I'll give you half. I've been literally driving the buses for 3 days. I'm giving you half. I'm already screwing it.
And while you're driving, you're thinking, shouldn't have done that. Shouldn't have done that.
It's alright, you looked a lot younger. You aged about 12 years overnight, because when you stopped at mine for WrestleMania, and your hair was a little longer. It wasn't as long as mine was, as people know it, but my mum said she called you Frodo. You just called like Frodo Baggins. Remember what Tom was like in college? How the hair was like? Frodo Baggins, right?
The hair that I remember was the puffed out, scruffy, all the way down his back hair.
Oh yeah, the man of the woods, yeah.
Oh, and the beard, the bushy beard.
That's how I aged 20 years. I went from Frodo to Gandalf.
The X-Pac.
No, with the beard as well, it was Gandalf.
Yeah. So yes, he dragged me down to. He said, get yourself down to the Peacock, the karaoke. Meet the missus, and have a laugh.
No, I wasn't with the missus at the time.
You were.
This was long before that.
You were with Rachel. But
No,
this was before that.
That was before that.
I thought that you were.
It was
when I first met her.
No.
Or did I only come down once or twice, then stop coming for a while because of?
You came down once or twice, and then they put you on like constant Saturday night shifts. It
That's
seemed.
right. Yeah. I got the nighttime roster.
Yeah.
No, that wasn't until later on because I started Stagecoach in April. June was download.
No, what it was, you doing early the next morning, I think it was, or something like that.
Quite possibly, yeah. But it was like April I started. June was download, and you were together at that point.
Yeah, it had been just before.
Yeah.
It was about May, sort of, ish time.
Don't ask me, there's too much vodka between now and then.
Yeah, as I say, it's fuzzy and it's something I don't want to remember.
Yeah, it's nothing.
It makes me ill.
But whatever, it was come down the Peacock.
I was ill that night that you met.
Yeah,
Just so you know.
But the basic story was come down to the Peacock, do karaoke, have a laugh, we get shit faced. Alright. And by the way, this is Dodders, hi, and this is Nick, and this is Rachel, this is Laura, this is Kyle.
Yeah.
God,
By the way, this is a Kyle. I don't know what the thing under the hat's called. I think that's how I introduced Kyle.
Maybe something like that, yeah. So, oh wow, you look like one of the Blues Brothers. I love the Blues Brothers. I do too. I like you. And then that's about it.
And then for about a month and a half afterwards, we all had hats.
Yeah.
Except
the
me.
hat thing. Yeah. Apart from everyone but him had a hat.
We were the Black Suit Revolution.
Yeah.
You remember that?
Yeah.
I didn't have a black suit at the time.
Yeah. You're the only one.
I was just an extra.
Everyone needs a little mascot. DX had Hornswoggle, the NWO had Six, we had you. So yeah,
Thank you.
That was until we found Wee Man. He was easier to kick.
that's true. So it went on from there. You were after university, so we lost. Well, I lost track with you. He didn't. He said
He was there every now and then.
Every so often there'd be this noise at the end of the street. He goes, "Oh fuck, here we go again." Peekaboo!
The man will come and he'll take your sweets. You are wanted.
Take the sweets, he took all the alcohol out of Tesco's.
That's a good song. Jump on to
And the chickens! Don't forget the chickens!
Stole the chickens. We didn't steal all the chickens. Well, we got this.
We stole half of them.
No, we stole John's.
Portions of each chicken.
Yeah, each,
So that
we
one-
went out
that
with
one.
it. Each chicken was hopping as we left with it. We stole a drumstick of each one ate on the way around. But
And
we
then there
didn't
was one who was
technically
chasing.
steal it, we just stole John's discount card.
And the discount card. I had a discount card. Took it.
No, it was, I have a discount. By the time he's noticed the discount card's gone, I'm already in the lift on the way to Tesco. From the building that seemed to go on forever, you looked up at it from the ground and your room was in the clouds. Where do you live again? Up there.
Oh, what? Up there somewhere. Wait for a clear day and you'll be able to see it. I was up there with the night staff, actually. There were 2 flats up there. One was the only student flat up there, and the other one was the staff overnight shift flat.
Yeah.
So we had to kind of behave.
Oh.
Which didn't
Didn't
stop some
happen.
of our...
Didn't know he was there.
They didn't stop some of us from bringing home some Tesco trolleys and
Getting rowdy!
other stuff.
Oh, we're getting rowdy! Sorry.
Did we leave the Tesco trolley in the lift? Just when we got to the top and we just
No,
got
no,
this
no,
flat
no,
door
no.
on the side.
That was after we got told off for having it in the flat. We just left it in the lift.
So why did you leave it in the lift? Well, with the trolley in there, I couldn't reach the buttons to send it down. I bet you actually said that as well.
Probably.
He wasn't there.
That was what he'd done. He'd stuck. Because I said to him, "Oh, you got a trolley!"
He was already on the train home, and I was just stuck there like, what
Yeah,
happened?
we nicked a trolley and just dumped it in his flat. Here you go, have a trolley, remember us.
It wasn't just my room that was a mess. The rest of the flat, amazingly, was a mess, including the social area that was always supposed to be clear. It was a mess somehow.
Oh, the communal
Yeah. They
kitchen.
weren't allowed to have anything in there because of fire escape things, and this thing was huge, and it was just a mess in there.
It was a shopping trolley.
You know, usual weekends, a Southampton prostitute asleep in the shower. What
Yeah.
do they do?
She wasn't a prostitute when you met her.
Let's
No,
get rid of that
actually,
change
what-
somehow.
What it was is that on like the first few days of me being there, I ended up with a pile of VIP invites to a strip club.
Oh, like it was in Edinburgh.
Yeah. there's another big...
Yeah, we said when Dodders comes on, we're going to talk about Edinburgh, because we haven't talked about Edinburgh one.
Edinburgh...
One. Uno. So, the weekend started for us. We left Barrow on the Friday to go to
No,
Edinburgh.
wait, what was the shorthand for it?
A Canadian, a Manc, and an Irishman going to a bar in Scotland
Full of Welsh people. And it isn't a joke.
Yeah, and the weekend ends with meeting an American in Rich Hall.
Yeah.
So, for us, we left Barrow on the Friday. We went out drinking on the Thursday. We
Been up all night.
Yeah, didn't sleep. We stayed up watching the best.
This is my 25th, by the way.
Yeah, he's 25th. Stayed up to make sure we stayed awake and didn't miss our train. We stayed up watching the new and improved DX DVD.
Yeah.
Not the matches, just the skits. Watching them, spray paint the logo all over the plane and act like silly buggers because it's funny. Got to about 6 o'clock, 6:30. Went down to McDonald's, got ourselves a McDonald's breakfast. Came back and finished watching the rest of most of what was left of the DX DVD.
Yeah, and got the 8 o'clock train out of Barrow.
Yeah, got a taxi at the train station. While I was driving you mental, because I was singing Robbie Williams at the time. Candy.
I wondered where that came from.
Yeah, we'd heard it in theatre bar the night before, and he was sick of hearing it because he heard it all the time at work.
And
So
then
it
I
was-
mentioned it
was
once
just-
when
it
I
was
got
stuck in
to
my
you.
head. So we're on this train, we got the 8 o'clock train. Bear in mind, we're not hungover, we're still drunk, right?
Yeah. So we get on train down to Lancaster, we're on the way back up to Edinburgh. At Carlisle, a hen party gets on the same coach as us.
But bear in mind, these were older, they were like in the late 30s, early 40s, right?
Yeah,
I
were
can't
like-
stop you.
We were drunk, nothing was stopping
Yeah,
us.
I mean, just so people don't get the wrong idea when we say hen party, we're not talking about the mid-20s hen parties, we're talking older.
Yeah, you get the impression she was marrying again.
Yeah, this was husband number 3, I think.
Yeah.
And there was an American with them as well, which was fun.
Yeah, that's how we got started,
That's
wasn't
what
it?
because she was trying to figure out they were trying the best way to describe Primark, and I just basically my knowledge of the American culture being what it is like, sorry to interrupt, Primark basically is like our Hot Topics. Best way I could sum it up. It's not exact, but it's a close comparison, I think, anyway. And say, oh right, okay, whereabouts are you from in America? Oh, I'm from Florida. And I was like, oh cool.
Yeah, then eventually the other woman goes, you guys want a mojito? It's 10 o'clock in the morning, we're 6 sheets to the wind already, it's my 25th, yeah, we'll have a mojito.
And there was more stuff getting passed. There was food of some description came around, I remember.
Yeah, they were passing us like cocktail sausages and all
Yeah,
sorts of
that
stuff.
kind of thing.
And then we had cans of Copperberg as soon as we had left Lancaster, didn't we?
Yeah, we got Copperberg. Which
Cans of this stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Very Moorish.
Oh shit, where's my other one?
It's on the fridge.
That's not there.
Oh, yeah, okay.
That's right, I still got that one.
Yeah.
So don't leave it near him, he'll put it in the freezer for a week.
No,
No, not
they
glass, it'll
explode
break.
if you put them in the
Yeah,
freezer.
glass bottles do, yes, they do. So, so we finally get to Edinburgh, what was it, about 11, 12 o'clock-ish? Something like that?
We walked in through the front door of the Doric at 12:05, the pub opposite Waverley Station. 12:05 we walked into the Doric.
Shortly
No,
later.
we went somewhere else before the Doric.
You did?
Yeah, we went up to the Scotsman
And booked.
on North Bridge, and I walk in, full suit, and I reserve a table for 3 under the name Stinson.
Because we got in it How I Met Your Mother. So that's that booked. At this point we're getting peckish, you know. When our McDonald's breakfast, we're getting close to lunchtime. We want to go somewhere we have breakfast. We find this nice little restaurant. I can't remember for the life of me what it was called.
Better known, we walked down the back alley in Edinburgh, coming back down the hill, and we noticed this posh little quiet Italian restaurant, and walked in the poshest thing we could think of.
I had a salmon and cream cheese bagel.
And I had some kind of pate thingy-mabobby.
Yeah,
Probably
it was
all
very
that cheese
nice.
in it.
It was very, very nice. Smoked salmon
Yeah.
and cream cheese bagel.
I was just sat there going,
And I tweeted about it, and they favoured it, you know, because they had their own Twitter handle. For
yeah, we were being stupid and they liked it.
Yeah, delicious bagel at whatever it was.
I think it was delicious bagel, omni nommy nommy nom.
Hashtag nom nom, something like
Yeah.
that. Yeah. So we had our breakfast or brunch, whatever it was at that time, and that's very nice. Okay, but I think beer is in order, and we went
Yeah.
to the Doric.
Rode down the Hilton Doric next to the station because it's the closest pub to where he's coming in off the Airlink bus.
So,
Which is another story. 2 weeks prior,
yeah, previously on
Pre-
Edinburgh 1.0.
previously on Edinburgh 1.0, the prequel.
Facebook message. You're coming to Edinburgh. I am? Yes, you are.
Your flight leaves at this time. That's all he was told. Get the number 100 Airlink bus, get off here, we'll be in this pub.
Also, bring a suit.
But, yeah, and that's what it was. It's like your mission if you choose to accept it. Everything's booked, anything like that, and then there's just another best button, bing, off, and bring a suit. Dun, 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 dun. He's then got a fortnight to tell his mother that he's going to Edinburgh.
Yeah.
And explain
Bye,
why.
So
I've been recruited for a secret mission to infiltrate the Edinburgh castle.
Which
I never actually got close to.
we're sitting in the Doric, and you get a message, was it Facebook or text message, one of the two.
One or two.
Saying planes just touched down. I'm getting the shuttle, or words to that effect.
Yeah.
Something like that.
So we know he's on his way, and you're saying, okay, our pub is directly opposite where you'll get off the bus. And this is a proper old school style pub with pint glasses with handles.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, we didn't do a science
words.
experiment in there and break it.
No, it was great.
We did other things in there.
So about
Remember that guy who just...
No, not yet.
we'll get to it. We'll get to it. This time we
It's
actually
the
will.
best bit!
I know. So about 25 minutes later, Dodders walked in with
Dodders! Like we start this.
and he just went, oh shit, did I just walk into Cheers? It was great.
Walks to the bar and goes, right, what they got? And they had bottles and he's like, ooh, I have one of them.
Thank you, an adventurous bastard.
Yeah. He comes,
What, is there something wrong with having a favourite?
No, exactly.
yeah.
No.
So he comes down, the first bottle goes, go, boom. Right, what you having, lads? He goes and gets another roundie. And then the bit he was going to say happened.
Yeah, so we're catching up. You know, I haven't seen you in years, and you know, you haven't seen each other otherwise. We're going to catch up. And this, I don't want to say, was he homeless?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He wanted batteries for his stereo.
he wanted change so he get batteries for his basically like a boombox, basically. And you only had notes, and you just got off the plane. You hadn't been to a cash point yet.
Actually, no, I had tons of money on
Oh,
me
yeah,
at the time.
he's gonna be
And when you showed him your water speaking...
No. I'm getting it.
So it went,
So you went to Tom.
I turned around and said, "Nah, I've only got notes, mate." And me being a bit of a prick because he's asked the shit. If he turned around and said, "You just got any loose change, mate," fair enough, forgive it. "You got any loose change so I can get some batteries from a boombox?" Go and buy a fucking sandwich, you prat!
Yeah.
You know, so he's bugger off! I've only got notes, mate, and deliberately show him how many notes are in there and the fact that I'm telling him to fuck off.
Yeah.
Yo, I was the dick.
Yeah. you had the excuse of just the plane's landed, haven't been to a cash point.
Yeah.
He gets to me. I have no money whatsoever, mate. You know what? Just a couple of quid just to get some batteries, mate. I reach into my wallet. I swear to God, this is a true story. I open my wallet. I open it to show, and I said, all I have is a condom. At which point these two had that reaction. And the bar manager comes over, escorts the homeless guy out. Come on, mate, you're bothering people. Time to leave. Escorts him out and apologises to us, including the one who just yelled at the top of his voice, all I have is a condom.
Meanwhile, the whole place is in hysterics. The lass behind the bars just disappeared, falling over laughing. And then we spent the next 2 hours having a crap with the bar staff and got quite pissed.
Yeah,
and then we had to go and find this bed and breakfast, which turns out to be miles away.
Yeah, so we got the taxi.
And then, of course...
But it was great, because the guy who ran...
No, well, then we knocked on the door, and he opens it, and we basically got, hello!
It was Ranjit from How I Met Your Mother.
So I paid for the room and everything like that. These two got in the room and turned around and said, before you say anything, the big bed's mine. Because we got like a 3-person room.
Yeah, so it was a single bed, double bed, single bed. So, yeah, I was going to let you have it anyway, it's your birthday.
Yeah, we both agreed on that.
Then two were putting the stuff in the room, I'm paying for the room and everything. I walk in, and as soon as the doors close behind me, I go, hello, and we're on the floor laughing again.
You know exactly the reference. I get the bed by the window, because there's a little bit of a draft, so Dodders, I'll have the one by the window, whatever.
I'll have the one by the wall, so when I roll over, I'll have a flat nose in the morning.
Yeah. And we basically hung out in the room for a little bit, drinking and listening to music, because we had the Get Psyched mix.
Yeah.
Because I think before we'd gone out on the Thursday, we'd watched How I Met Your Mother, got drunk, came back and watched DX, then headed to Edinburgh. So we had How I Met Your Mother fresh in our brain.
Yeah.
You know, so it was references galore. That's why it was Stinson. That's why it was hello. It wasn't just, wasn't just some East European guy running it. It was Ranjit, you know.
You have no idea how weird it was to walk in on How I Met Your Mother. It's like, I know all these references. What the hell's going on?
But then, of course, let's say, chill out in the room, and then we got on a Lothian bus. And everything was tartan. The driver's tie was tartan, the seats were tartan, the handles were tartan, the windows were fucking tartan!
We were being driven around in one of their skirts.
Yeah, essentially.
I intended to be driving around in a skirt that night, but that wasn't what I had in mind.
And we saw a couple of candidates at the local art gallery on the Sunday. We'll get to it.
We'll get to it.
This is still Friday, by the way.
Yeah, this is
just after check-in, by the way.
Yeah, we're now at the point where we're going back into the centre of Edinburgh to go to the restaurant that I have reserved as the name Stinson. All dressed in suits.
Very, very nicely
I would
done.
just like to warn our viewers, content warning, this gets
gross.
So of course, we've been quite professional and everything like that, cupping the bottle like that and all that kind of stuff.
But we're doing it properly, we're not necking our beer. It's a very, very hoity-toity restaurant.
Yeah, plotting what the gimmick's going to be for that night.
While I was eating fish and chips.
Yeah, you had beer.
No, it wasn't. No, he ordered the fish and chips and I turned around and said, Dodders, don't freak out when it comes. Why? You've just ordered great white and chips. What? No, I ordered it's great white and chips. He knew what I meant when it fucking came and it was about this.
Big plate, massive, like...
I turned around and said, yeah, that's just the fish, the chips out underneath it. And you're like, yeah, where's the chips?
Oh, yeah.
Give it a minute, it comes up with a basket. Puts it down, there you are. What, are the everyone's chips? No, just yours.
That's your portion. It's weird. I love restaurants like that because you get some really hoity-toity expensive restaurants and you get really small courses.
Yeah.
But then you get ones that wasn't overly expensive, and then you get portions like that. Like, I love you.
Yeah. I was getting towards I love you with the waitress until somebody farted in the face as he went over the table.
I did not fart in her face.
You farted as she went over the table.
Yes. Exactly. There was a bit of flirty back and forth all night, and I started squeaking out on a silent one.
You were taking off.
No, it was quiet.
To everybody else, it shook the fucking floor. You may have thought it was quiet, but everybody else, it shook the floor.
No one heard it. Don't twist this story. It was a silent
How do you
one.
think we know about it then?
Because he smelled it right before she came to the table. I was like, you.
I just wanted it, because put it this way, I was like, she came and said, would you like any desserts?
Is everything alright with your meals? And right behind me, I just went.
I'm just sort of like glaring at him, going, you bastard, you bastard, you bastard, you bastard.
If our lives were a cartoon, there would have been green fumes coming from me, and she just leaned right through. She would have then passed out with X's for eyes.
Yeah. So of course, I pay for the meal. I leave a massive tip because he's just given one of them lung cancer.
Did you just do a Freudian slip?
Yes, but
just the tip.
yeah. But then of course,
Didn't even get that.
we head down to the metal club in.
Oh god, that underground
This
place.
is after a quick dig in the arm, like, you bastard!
Yeah, so
Fine,
as soon as we're out the sight of the place and it can't be seen on the security cameras because we've been all professional and suave in there, we get outside the security cameras, I dig him in the arm and he nearly falls over a homeless guy. You twat! Bang!
Oh no, it was later on, never mind.
Yeah,
Keep
like
going.
that weekend, yeah. So, we head off to enjoy the life. We don't go straight to the nightclub because the
No, have a couple of
night's so young, it's like 9:30 or something. So we go to basically the equivalent of the Duke. You know, it's just a place where we get some nice beers in a nice atmosphere, you know, it's not a sports bar. It's...
It was Whistle Binky's, wasn't it? Binky's just up the road from it.
Yeah.
Live music bar.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Oh yeah, I remember that place.
Yeah, good bar.
Very good. If you ever
Good
did
bar,
it,
very wet
Yeah.
floors.
Very, very good on the Sunday when they've got an acoustic act on.
Yeah, just, we'll tell you now, if you do go on a Sunday, you will hear Passenger.
Yeah, if you go on a Monday, you will hear Passenger. If you go on a Tuesday, you will hear Passenger.
If you go to
Wednesday.
Edinburgh, you will hear Passenger. It's the anthem. We've been there
Yeah.
twice, and every time it's a la 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 la.
Even in the Edinburgh episode of Bananacast, you hear Passenger.
Yeah. So, we're in this place. It's quite nice. No, this I'm thinking of later on in the night.
Yeah, and then of course, then we get
to 1708, 1780. Sorry.
1780 was the restaurant we went to on Sunday, on Saturday. It was the other restaurant was 1780. That's where we went last time when Edinburgh 2.0.
All I remember
No,
was the
no.
haggis we had in the morning.
We had
You're thinking of
drinks.
the Hive.
No,
The
we
Hive was
had
in that
drinks
place.
in
1780 was the Saturday because it's on Rose Street. We did Rose Street the Saturday.
That's right. Yeah, because
We did Old Town on the Friday.
yeah, that's right. Yeah, because that was the day of the Rugby World Cup final.
Yeah, because we did Binks's Hill into the Hive.
Yeah,
And you
Which
did
is
your
the old-
Canadian act there.
Yeah,
yeah. That's what I was getting to.
because the Hive, it's sort of like the crypts, sort of like the old storage for all the shops up on the top. And it's been turned into a nightclub.
Yeah, and it was like 3 different nightclubs. Basically, for years I've had this idea of a nightclub which is three different levels. So on the ground floor, like kind of rock club, you go in on the ground floor and you get your middle of the road, your Kasabians and your that kind of people.
Yeah.
Who does Sex on Fire?
Kings of Leon.
Kings of Leon, you know, that kind of thing. This sort of into the second floor, you have your like your classic rocks, your Deep Purples, your Led Zeppelins. Then the top floor, you get your metals. That's where you get your
Fozzy.
Fozzy.
Lots of Fozzy!
Korn, Slipknot, Linkin Park.
And that's where you
Manson,
would find me.
that kind of thing. Basically, this club basically did that sort of, but vertically, horizontally. Sorry.
Yeah.
So
So-
you go in and it's the contemporary in the charts dance stuff.
Yeah.
So you know you're
So we had a quick word in there. Just like, this is, moving on to the next one. It's sort of like it was
you get like the One Directions.
it was like Goldilocks and the Three Bears in that place because the metal bit was furthest from the door. So
Yeah.
went into the sort of like the
this
chart
place-
stuff. This
place
is cack.
too cack.
Whoa, that drink went too quick. Went in the middle bit. This drink's alright. Went a little bit. Then went into the end bit. The metal bit has the cocktail bar in it.
And the Goth Girls.
No, it was actually in the middle of the road bar where we played the gimmick.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
No, it wasn't.
It was.
It was in that brick archway
Yeah.
bit
Yeah.
in between them both.
this was where I decided, right, because we couldn't work out what we were going to be while we were up there. Because we're in a strange town. We're not just going to say we're 3 lads from Barrow. He's unemployed. He lives in Ireland. I'm the only one that works. It ain't going to work.
And you're a trackman, you know, you work
Yeah,
on the rail.
I work
bit.
on the rail. That doesn't get over.
It's not glamorous.
Yeah, but we are the production analytical team for P&O Stena Line. Worked.
True story.
We're sorry if you're watching.
Oh
No,
shit!
No, we're not. If they're watching,
Hi!
Remember that
Especially-
girl that I pulled and then you took down onto the dance floor?
yes. That he made out with.
No,
Apparently those sticks are
Let's
very useful.
Let's tell the story in full order, right? So he picks up a girl because we give him the first opportunity. He's been in Ireland for God knows how long. We know the order.
And I used a couple of glow sticks to do it. Will you put these on, please?
Yeah, it is the fact that he's had to put up with sheep and his mother for so long. He's forgotten what a good-looking girl looks
No.
like.
Sheep, cows.
Okay,
In all manners of cowness.
Edgar.
Yeah.
Free Edgar.
Right, so all he's had is beef from family members for the past God knows how long. So he gets the first crack at the room. So he picks one up using glow sticks. He then takes it a dance. I get talking to a mate.
Just to be fair, I wasn't being it to be a cock block arsehole. You wouldn't dance. We were telling you, go dance with her.
I honestly know I didn't want to go dance, so yes,
You didn't want to
fair
go
enough.
dance. If you don't, I
But
will.
then, later on in the night, I met up with her again at the bar. When I was getting you 2 drinks.
Yeah, went to the bar to get our drinks in because I'm talking to a mate and I'm a bit distracted.
Because while I do go on the dance floor, I can't dance.
I can't dance, so don't
I
try.
shimmy, I move to music. I had to go. I do a
No,
a
you
combination.
can't dance. You can copy Eddie Guerrero is what you
Basically,
can do.
I do Shawn Michaels, Jeff Hardy, Scotty Too Hotty if I'm drunk, Booker T if I'm in the same fight.
And there's room.
Yeah, a little bit of Jeff Hardy, a little bit of Road Dogg, a little bit of Shane McMahon. That's my dance thing, you know.
Whereas this gimmick works because you see, he's got the stupid one on the dance floor who's 6 cheeks to the wind. I've got the clever mate who's shaking her head at her mate. I just stand there and shake my head at him.
Anyway, I know these dance moves look stupid, so I play it up. I'm not there thinking I'm the fucking dog's bollocks doing all this. I'm there going, hey, I want to smile and get out and love you and shit. You know, that's where Eddie Guerrero comes in.
You know, usually on a dance floor that wouldn't be too bad, but everybody was higher than you and we were looking down
Yeah,
on
we
you
were
doing
looking
it.
down on the dance floor, which made it even funnier. Because even though the dance floor was round, we could see exactly where you were. Because every so often, a bit of the dance floor would wobble like that. Literally, the people around you lean around you. Just look, an area of the dance floor would wobble. It was hilarious.
The thing is, she was going with it. You know,
Yeah.
it's like telling her to shake her tits. It's that Grease, Robbie Williams, Kylie Minogue. You know, that kind of thing. It's like, come on.
And that is over before you ask.
Yes. I'll get back in frame, sorry.
Yeah, but you see, that's the thing. He's down the dance floor. He's got the bar.
Yes.
Right, so she's gone round the bar as well. He comes back up. Knows he's gone to the bar, turns around, come and talk to me. Oh, dear. He's kind of on with that. That's the nice way of putting it. He's on with that.
Yeah.
I take a quick look and think, oh, God, I'm
Then,
friends with that.
then of course, he has no sense of remorse he has no sense of morals to leave me to it. Comes over, taps me on the shoulder and gives me the drink. As her mate walks back with their drinks. So consequently, we walk round and say, right, this gimmick works, let's go and play elsewhere, see what else we can do with it.
Yeah.
It was a simple case, went with a stupid gimmick. Because who the hell thinks that a ferry company has a production arm? Drunk Edinburgh girls think a ferry company has a production arm.
You don't think P&O puts out those adverts, do you? No, they get an outside contractor to do it.
But as I say, but we were convincing them that we'd made the adverts.
Yeah.
We made all the adverts for P&O Stena Line. Them logos and everything, we designed them. He's our graphic designer. And you know the architecture on the ports at the front and everything? He designs them. Sea Defence, he's got a geology degree. We were playing everything up we could. And
Everything is about confidence. This could be the
Yeah.
stupidest line in the world.
you could turn around and say you put the horse in horseradish sauce. But if you said it confidently, you might be believed by the right blonde.
If you say something long enough and loud enough, eventually someone's going to believe you.
Yeah.
So, we move on.
Yeah.
Where else can we play?
Yeah. So we walked round this club a couple of times, get more and more drunk. Eventually, we bumped back into the same 2 lasses who were talking to what can only be described as 3 barely 18 emo lads. And
What?
this is as we're going to leave. And I just lean in to give them.
To be fair, they clearly didn't want to be talking to these 3 emo lads.
Yeah.
They were trying their luck and they were too polite to say, no thanks, not interested. So,
So of course I turned up, shoved one out the way. Hey, how you doing? Give it.
we're off now. You hugged the one that you were necking earlier.
Yeah.
I hugged the one that I was dancing with that he was dancing.
Yeah. I then turn round, go and walk off. The other one pulled me in.
The one that I just hugged.
Yeah. The other one pulls me in and snogs me and he goes, Tom, isn't that the rock back? Shut up, Dodders. That was the punchline of night 1.
To this day, I still believe, and you've agreed with me, she might have just done it with me as well, but I turned around too quickly.
Yeah. She might have been that pissy when they grabbed the first person to put them emo lads on. It was just a simple case of I went with it.
Yeah, exactly.
But it was a simple case of it made me look like the dog's bollocks on my birthday, so I'm not going to complain.
Exactly, and we let it fly. It was your birthday.
And I was just stood there looking at my watch thinking, yep, just another night.
Right. That is the cap of night 1. We'll tell you about night 2 after
After the break.
these messages.